Well, he rode through the woods on a big blue ox. He had fists as hard as chopping blocks. 500 pounds and 9 feet tall. That's Paul. Talk about working when he swings his axe. You could hear it ring for a mile and a half. He jailed timber and down she'd fall. Poor Paul. Talk about drinking, that man so mean. He'd never drink nothing but kerosene. 5-gallon can is a little bit small for Paul. Talk about women, well, that man's so lusty. Needs a woman every hour to keep from getting rusty. The young uns run and the old uns crawl to Paul. Well, talk about tough. He once had a fight with a thunderstorm on a cold dark night. I ain't saying who won, but now it don't storm here at all, thanks to Paul. He was 90 years old when he said with a sigh, I think I'm gonna lay right down and die. 'Cause sunshine and sorrow, I've seen it all, said Paul. Says there's ain't no man left alive can kill me, and ain't no woman left to thrill me. And I think that heaven might just be a ball, said Paul. So he died, and we cried. It took 18 men just to bust the ground, and 3 or 4 more just to lower him down. We covered him up and figured that was all for Paul. But late one night the trees started shaking, the dogs started barking, and the earth started quaking. And out of the ground with a "Hi y'all" came Paul. Well, he shook the dirt from off his clothes, scratched his ass and wiped his nose. You know, being dead wasn't no fun at all, said Paul. He said, well, up in heaven they got harps on their knees, they got clouds and wings, but they got no trees. And I don't think that's much of a heaven at all, said Paul. So he jumps on his oxen with a fare-thee-well. He said, I'll find out if they got trees in hell. And he rode away, and that was all we ever seen of Paul. But next time you hear a timber yell, that sounds like it's coming from the pits of hell. Then a booming laugh and a ghostly wail, like somebody chopping on the devil's tail. Then a shout and a call and a crash and a fall. That ain't no mortal man at all, that's just Paul.